Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're going to tackle something that comes up a lot, this difference or maybe confusion between data science and data analytics.
Yeah, they get used almost interchangeably sometimes, don't they? It can be really confusing.
Exactly. But they're really distinct fields, both super important and, well, pretty much everything digital now. So our goal here is to really unpack that. What sets them apart and maybe just as key, how they actually work together.
It really is crucial to get this right. And there's a great analogy we came across in the sources. Think of it like driving a car,
Yeah.
data analytics. That's like your rear view mirror. It tells you very clearly where you've just been, what happened, maybe why it happened.
Looking back,
Got it.
purely historical.
Exactly. Now, data science, that's more like your GPS, your navigation system. It takes that past information, sure, but its focus is all about planning the future route, predicting traffic jams, finding the best way forward, trying to optimize the outcome.
Okay, that's a really helpful picture. Rear view versus GPS. Simple but effective.
And getting that distinction clear is, well, pretty fundamental if you want to make sense of or work with data today. It helps you know what tool or approach is right for the job.
Yeah, that analogy really clicks. So, okay, let's look in that rear view mirror first then. Data analytics. What kind of stuff are we actually getting from it? What's its immediate use for, say, a business?
Right. So analytics is really about diagnosing what's already happened. It digs deep into historical data, looking for trends, patterns, maybe finding something unusual, an anomaly that needs explaining. Its job is basically descriptive
Yeah.
and diagnostic.
Telling you what happened and maybe digging into the why.
Precisely. So imagine like an online store sees mobile sales suddenly dip, just drop off. The analytics folks, they jump right into the sales numbers, maybe website visit data, how many people actually complete a purchase.
Breaking it down by different factors.
Yeah, slicing it by phone type, time of day, where people are geographically often using tools like, say, Power BI or Tableau, even Excel sometimes. They'll build these dashboards showing pretty much instantly, look, the drop happened here at this specific time.
Ah, so it points directly to the area of concern. Very focused.
Exactly. Which lets the business make quick decisions like, okay, we've clearly got an issue with the mobile checkout process, particularly on Thursdays. It's about identifying and understanding current problems to fix them fast.
Gotcha. Spotting the problem, understanding its immediate context. And those tools you mentioned, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, what makes them suitable for this kind of diagnostic work?
Well, they're just really efficient for pulling together that historical, often structured data and then visualizing it, making charts, reports, things that make complex information easy to grasp quickly. Clear visuals, pivot tables, dashboards. You don't necessarily need deep programming skills to get valuable insights.
This is about speed and clarity for immediate understanding and action.
Exactly. Rapid insights that you can act now.
Okay, that makes sense for understanding the what went wrong part. But what if that online store wants to do more than just react to the dip? Like maybe predict when it might happen again, or actually figure out the best way to redesign that checkout flow. That sounds different.
Ah, yes. That's exactly the transition point. That's where data science often comes in, taking over as the GPS, sticking with our analogy.
Right, the forward-looking part.
It definitely uses what analytics found. That historical context is vital. But it goes further than the what's and why. It asks, okay, what's likely to happen next? Or how can we make this system perform better?
Hmm.
So back to our e-commerce example. Analytics flagged the mobile checkout problem. The data science team might then step in and build something more complex, maybe a predictive model, often using languages like Python or R.
So different, more programming-heavy tools generally.
Often, yes, they'd potentially use machine learning, specific algorithms, to analyze why customers are abandoning carts at a deeper level. Is it a technical bug? Is the user interface confusing? Are the promotional offers not hitting the mark for mobile users? It digs deeper for root causes and predictive power.
So it's not just reporting on a past trend, it's more about building systems that can perhaps learn, adapt, and predict. Could you maybe just briefly touch on machine learning or algorithms? What do those terms mean in this context?
Sure. Machine learning, put simply, is about creating systems that can learn from vast amounts of data. They identify complex, sometimes hidden, patterns and then make predictions or decisions based on that learned information, crucially, without being explicitly programmed for every single possible scenario.
Okay, so the system learns patterns from data and algorithms.
Algorithms are essentially the set of rules or the precise step-by-step instructions that these machine learning models follow to perform their task, like predicting customer churn or optimizing that delivery route or recommending a product. They're the sort of brains or the operational logic behind the prediction or the optimization, the engine in the GPS constantly calculating.
Okay, that clarifies things. So it really does sound like analytics shows you the current traffic jam, highlights it, while data science tries to build the optimal bypass or even predict jams before they happen.
That's a pretty good way to summarize it, yeah. And that really underscores how they collaborate, doesn't it?
Yeah, so how does that collaboration really work? What's the key takeaway?
Well, the fascinating thing is, even though they might use different tools sometimes or focus on different questions, past versus future, they are profoundly complementary. They really need each other in many business settings. Analytics illuminates the current state, right? It shows historical trends, providing that critical foundation. It tells you where the problems are.
Sets the stage, provides the facts.
Exactly. Then data science often takes those very insights, sometimes building directly on the problems analytics has uncovered,
Right.
and constructs those predictive models or maybe intelligent automation systems to actually shape the future,
No.
to make things better.
So one identifies the challenge, the other engineers the solution or optimizes the path forward.
Yeah.
A cycle, almost.
Precisely. They really work hand in hand, and that synergy is how organizations truly unlock the maximum value from their data. It's very much a team effort. So yeah, just to kind of wrap this part up, data analytics, data science, they serve different purposes, use different depths of tools perhaps, but both are immensely valuable. And like we've been saying, they often work best together, feeding insights back and forth to really understand and leverage data effectively within a company.
Definitely. So maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. Which side of this coin really sparks your interest more? Are you drawn to exploring the trends, reporting on what's happening right now, digging into that why based on past data that's leaning towards analytics? Or are you more excited by the idea of building those powerful predictive systems, solving those really complex, maybe ambiguous, future-facing problems using models and algorithms? That sounds more like data science. But honestly, whichever path resonates more with you, one thing seems incredibly clear from everything we've discussed.
Absolutely, no question.
Working with data in some capacity,
Yeah.
it feels like the future, doesn't it?
Mhm.
And hopefully getting this distinction clear gives you a slightly better map for navigating it.